Good morning, everybody. Happy Tuesday. Welcome on back. Back-to-back streams this week for me. Hope you're having a good week so far. It's only been one day of trading yesterday. But if you weren't here yesterday, hopefully you had a good weekend and you're ready to have a good week as well. But we have a few people in trades on the BSC side of things. ASFX VIP General, I'm not sure. If you are in a trade, let us know. If you're new here, welcome on in. My name's Evan. I'm going to take us to the open in about a couple minutes here. No trades on for me, so I'll move this over. But we'll get to the charts right away. But we've got some good stuff to go over, as always. We'll look for some trades in about 10 minutes or so. No news. Once again, if you look at Forest Factory on your own, there's no news yesterday, no news real today. We have PMI tomorrow, GDP on Thursday, but we'll look to find some trades. All right. And then who do we got here? Hopefully the chat's not bugging today. I also am live. Let's check this real quick. I am live on YouTube today, just to give it a little trial run. I'm not always going to do that, but let's try it out. We got Kevin here, Jan's here, Otto. Good to see everybody. And yeah, like I said, if you're in a trade, let us know. ES, NQ, even if it's oil, gold, a Forex pair. I don't know. Let us know. Win, loss, ideas that you have. Don't hesitate to send a markup in the chat. Luke, Roy. Got Roy and Roy Lynch. Two Roys back to back. Welcome on in, boys. It is that tan boy summer. That white boy summer, tan boy summer. Same thing, Otto, right? It is crazy. I mean, obviously, I knew I wasn't tan, but going away for a week, catching a tan, it's like, shit, you look a little different. You look a little good. What up, Kurt? The Zen man. Ina, good morning. Where's Rebecca? Ina, what trade are we in? I don't know if Austin's in a trade. I don't believe so. We have James in our NQ trade. I believe it looks like this. I marked it up myself. I think it looks like this. He took it on a 5-minute. A bounce off the daily VWAP here, if that's what he uses. A stop loss just below. He had some blue VWAP or some blue something underneath, but James is in that. Zach also took an NQ long. He probably moved just out to break even out of that by now. All that good stuff. But not to confuse anybody, we'll get rid of this because I'm not in that. We'll throw on the opening range indicator here, and that'll paint in a few seconds here. It'll move from yesterday to today. But we have the high day VWAP on. We had to try to break it here. That could be your first entry signal to go long. If you stop at least at that structure, you would survive this pullback. We now have a second break of the high day VWAP. You would still be in that first position. I wouldn't hug it with a stop loss right there. That's super tight, especially having to go into the open in a minute now. You want to give it some space. I'm not in a trade. I'm going to wait for the open to come in, wait for the opening range to probably set, and then we'll take a trade. Maybe we'll take a few minutes into the open, but we'll see. The green VWAP we have on is still our all-time high VWAP. Where if you take a 15-minute view at it, was that last Thursday when I was away? Last Tuesday, we made a new all-time high, and then you guys trading last week, Wednesday, Thursday, Friday, were all bearish. But you could see on the Thursday, couldn't get above that all-time high twice, once pre-market and once afternoon. And then even yesterday in Power Hour, which I didn't trade, but we held it overnight, and we're holding it right now. So I would like to see us probably get above that, see if the opening range can set above that, and then we can get a retest to it, and then we're trading above the all-time high view up. I know NQ looks a little bit different in the same regard. It didn't make a new all-time high on that Tuesday, right? You can see it's a little bit further back to when? Probably well above us. Put on an anchored VWAP from July 11th. Well above us. Well above us. But we're trading ES. We're trading ES. So get rid of all this. Now I just got rid of the indicator. Sick. Cool. Throw that back on. Turn it green for all-time high. And then a high day VWAP is going to be purple. And we could throw on a New York one once it comes in, but we'll probably look at the regular trading hour. So that'll change to black. James shorted yesterday's high pre-market. Off yesterday's high. You have yesterday's high here. A little rejection of it there, right back down to the daily. That's not bad. That's not bad. But the open's in. 30 seconds in. We get a nice little bullish pop here. Let's see if we can take out this high day in purple as well as the all-time high. So like I said, the ideas were to long it on the first break. I mean, that could even be back here with a stop loss at the minimum. This recent structure here, 7.5 points, which is pretty good, especially pre-market. We'll see if that one can end up a winner. And then even technically, you could play it right now at the same exact price, but then you're trading right into that open volatility. So I'm not going to do that, but let's see what happens here. Get rid of everything. Opening range indicator is on. Let's have a good Tuesday. Let's start off the week with a nice bullish move, potentially, please. That would be good. Uraj is here. There's Rebecca. What's up? Caesar. JB, you're in NQ still? Looks like it's holding right around break even for you. Ina's not in anything, waiting for the opening. Google and Tesla earnings after the bell. Yep. I think there's a few earnings this week. Randy, I was when Austin was talking about my tan, maybe it was Christine, someone in the BSC yesterday. I was like, I'm just trying to look like Randy. What do I got to do? How much time do I have to spend in the sun to look like Randy? Just go to Puerto Rico for a month? That's probably it. Axe says, how do you pick when to trade XFA versus Combine? Well, right now I don't have any Combine, so it's only XFA. But for the most part, it's up to you. For me, I picked Austin would say, like, wet your feet. Like, if I want to take a trade right now at the open or pre-market, I do it on a Combine just to get a feel of, like, okay, where's trend going? Where are we settling? Okay, I have a good beat on it. Trend is lining up pretty nicely. Let me take it on an XFA now. You could do that, but it's almost like, well, if you like that first trade and it wins, it was on Combine, and who says that second trade wins? Now you just took a loss on XFA, but a win on Combine, right? It's tough to say. It's really personal opinion. But it really just, how much do I like the setup? I guess is the easy answer of like, nah, I like it. I don't love it. I'll put it on a Combine. Or like, oh no, I really like this setup. I don't want to like waste it on a Combine. Let me put some real money on this on XFA. But at the end of the day, it's up to you. Of like, how much do you like the setup, confidence-wise? BSC people in here, love to see it. Is it just me or is the streaming lagging every few seconds? I don't know. Lord, I hope not. Roy, have you seen the gap fill by time stat on edge fill yet? Of course. Or no. Shit. No. If a gap is going to fill on ES, there's a 63, 64% chance that we do it within the first hour. All right. I like to see that. I have a meeting with Edgefill today to talk about new features and new stats. So I'll definitely mention that to them. Or not mention it to them. They obviously know. Price action. But yeah, that's exactly what we wanted. Because, like, what if it majority of the time fills in power hour? Then we're just like wasting our breath and energy trying to call the gap fill at the open. But where would that be? I don't want to spend too much time here. By fill time, gap fills 83% of the time before 12. So yeah, it mostly happens right after the open before power hour. I like that. Thank you, Edgeville. That's a lot better. I think today we do have a gap, but it's probably just been filled. Regular trading hours, where are we? It's a gap down, actually, since that pullback pre-market, it looks like. But it's, oh no, we probably filled it on that pin. Getting a little crowded here. What's going on? Let's get rid of this high day. Don't need that right now. Yeah, I think it was filled on that 1 minute open. Yep. So the gap's been filled. It was very small anyway, so it's probably like a 90% chance it filled anyways. But Anthony's long, lower to 240p. Yeah, that could be it. Rebecca's long on Combine, 609. I'm out on that pop. Okay. Yeah, I like the longs. It's going to take a lot to make me want to sell it. If we put back on this high day, now that we're on the regular trading, electronic trading hours, could want to take a long here. If this is going to be our bottom of the opening range low. Actually, surprise. Let's go over here. We got Bookmap. Everybody start cheering. We got what you wanted. Now it's just a matter of reading it correctly. You know what I mean? So I'm still playing around with it. I don't want the algos. I don't even see those really. 601, that's just low. A lot of orders. Do I have the right columns? COB? Is that what I want? Is this 612? Is that a real level? Is that algo? I don't really see the algos trailing us right now. I see it back pre-market. Oh my God. We'll get better with it, folks. Patience. And maybe these 612, 200 orders. And then above us at 625. I like that. 285. That's 625 new high day or high of day. Yeah, go fill those 200. That would feed the longs. Souk, we'll call you Souk, is long NQ. So the play would be, I mean, that's so annoying when I have to click on the chart again. It's going to disappear. But we make do. The stop would have to go there. 6-point stop. Jesus Christ. I'm so tech savvy. Forgot I'm on YouTube. Let's check that out. Live on YouTube. My own YouTube channel, not ASFX. Definitely go subscribe to that. I've been posting all my shorts to that, as well as my Instagram, as always. But yeah, if we could kind of find a bottom here, we're off the daily. We're trying to break this high day VWAP. If we could take that out, we're still going to be underneath all-time high. But if we don't make like a new low, but below the 602, maybe go fill 601 and then bounce higher, that'll be the bottom of our opening range, and then we trade it to the top. Remember, I think I mentioned it yesterday when I was covering for Austin's stream that I do like the opening range stat in terms of I want to see both sides of it broken. So it's not always like instant break the bottom. Okay, now go break the top. But once one side's taken out, I know there's that potential at any time of the day it could want to go take out the other. So that's why it could also be a good place to take profit. If you long it now and it breaks out the top, take some profit up there because it means it could want to still come back down later on in the day or immediately. I think if we could break this high day here, I don't want to take it right in the middle of the range, which is probably what it's going to have to come down to. But I like the long. Stocks are pretty green for now. Not huge movers, but how's NQ doing on the open? Holding the daily as well. Probably still above its high day VWAP. James is probably still in. High day. Yeah, I mean, it's just playing around with it. And then try to go. Yeah. Yep. We might take it. Try to hold this as our opening range low. So if I go over top step X, because that's what I'm on. And yeah, if you guys are taking a long right now or even a short, anything you're doing, let us know in the chat. You don't need to send a markup, but just let us know your price, the position you're in. 4 contracts. Oh boy. Hell no. I can't even do 4. Right in the middle of the range. Don't run. Don't run. That's the correct column. Nice, Richard. Thank you. You don't always see the algos. They may not be running. Yeah, I know they turn them off before news, and maybe they also do it before the open. But I know for the news, most part. Mm-mm-mm. 6-point stop. 6.7. We've ordered down at 601 that I don't believe are algo. So if I want to hold those like 600 flat, 8 points with this price now, it's going to be like a 10-point stop. Just got to be quicker. You know, right at the open, it moves too fast. Not too fast. I like how it moves fast. I like the volatility, but the decision-making and the streaming and the getting in a trade. Nick, good morning. I'm long 609. Nice. That's the price. 609. It's a good price. Right on the break of the high day VWAP. Hopefully this is our opening range low, and you can just stretch out this opening range high here. I'd like to see us take out this all-time high VWAP and obviously hold above it the rest of the day if we're going to be bullish. Nick, 5605. Beautiful. Yep, it is a beautiful trade. If we make a small from here, lower low, right? But we don't really want to look at it like that. Overall, we're still holding this daily with higher lows, and now we're trying to make a higher high from this point. So I like the longs. The price to be in that would be on this break. The tight stop right at previous structure if it wants to take that out. Like I said, you could move it to 600 flat, a round number, as well as his orders at 601 that might want to fill. $620 has some more. Yeah, 619 high of day, but those ones at 625. It's only 288, but it's a nice dark red. Ina 608. Rebecca 7 contracts on my combine. Beautiful. Love to see it swing it hard. It's a combine. Throw 7 around. $350 per point. You're up 6 points. Not a bad trade. Not a bad trade at all. Beautiful. Out 3 contracts. Stop, move to break even. Okay. Yep. I mean, I'm a bitch. I would have liked to be in this. Moving over to top step X. Stop loss. Bookmap. Sucks. Whatever. We'll find something. As long as you guys are eating. I mean, I just don't know how you could be a seller, because even if you go back to the daily, which we haven't done in a while, the 3 days down, that's what led me to the long bias yesterday of not probably seeing a fourth. Of course, we always could. We haven't done it in a while, but even if you turn on the old faithful 8 and 21 EMA, we're holding the 21. yesterday into today. We pinned down, bouncing back. We're gonna close bullish today. It looks like potentially. That looks just like a nice healthy pullback to the 21. We're holding it, right? If this was like a 15-minute chart, we'd be looking to buy it off the 21 EMA like a 2-candle formation, right? So it's definitely a bullish trend in my opinion still. I don't think anyone was fearing that it was bearish, but like that just, why am I going to sell it today? What's really the driving factor? There's no news. We're holding above the daily. Buyers are taking out the high day VWAP. Stocks are all green. It's not that I didn't like this trade. I'm just slow. Shit. Fuck. But you guys aren't. Target hit. 700 plus day. Beautiful, beautiful, beautiful. Yeah, we got 3 more minutes until this opening range is set. How big are we going to be? Right now, it's at like 12 points. Pretty good, pretty good. Couldn't make a new high a day, but that's fine. And also the opening range breakout stat here. I like that gap fill time one, though. We'll definitely use that on Thursday again. But the opening range breakout, is it like, no, it's actually like 70, right? Standard double break 67% of the time. Weekday, Tuesday, in the past year, 61. Not major, but more than 50. So a slight edge. So let's say we set this opening range and we take that out. Well, that means just at some point there's a 60% chance it probably also wants to take this level out at 604 again the rest of the day. Doesn't happen to have to happen soon. It could happen later, and it could not happen. So I wouldn't be too fearful of that when the trend is this clear. I mean, the 15 minutes is going to look nice. Where's my daily? Yeah, just a hold of the daily, break of high day, break of new all-time high VWAP. If we can get another nice bullish close bar here right after for a new high, that'll look nice. And then just to start this week, it's going to look like higher highs, higher lows. Break and retest of the all-time high VWAP. And then hopefully we can find some nice longs the rest of the week. Come on. Right? I mean, like, what's making you want to sell it? Maybe pre-market, you're saying, no, we're underneath the daily lower highs. But this is still that like same trap that we're nowhere near yesterday's low, which is what I really love to happen for me to want to take like a bearish day. But we're nowhere near that. These are just still higher lows in this bullish trend. Higher highs, higher lows. So I'm not in love with any short I take would be like a top of range to bottom. But I'm not calling a bearish day right now. Not at all. So I mean, technically from this trade, if you took it, we're not chasing 1R exactly, but you would have got it. You would have got your 7 points out of it. Here at the open, first couple minutes, play around, but can't move too bearish. It's holding the daily. It's a nice trade. You take it to the current high day, get 9 points out of it. But this is the last candle on the opening range. Let's see how this sets in. And then maybe if you just look at it from this way, since the open, pretty nice and bullish. So this makes the all-time high VWAP look all weird because it's taking in less candles the regular trading hour. Damn. Damn. James is probably going to win his long, I have to assume, right? How's NQ looking? Oh, yeah. New high a day. Beautiful. Bookmap, it can go up to 625. Yes, I believe that's where the orders were. Let's see if they are still. It has 300 orders at 625. Anything above that, nothing really. 625 is the one real level. There was orders down at 613. Those got pulled. Next one is 300 orders at 620. Almost there. Almost there. Intraday timing stats also got a nice update. Use it to give you an average time about now. Splits into 15-minute segments. Okay. Can we break yesterday's high, please? Yesterday's high. You did. You broke it. Let's see if we can hold it. Now, I'm not going to do it because I'm not bearish today, but the open range was just set. Obviously, a play would be to sell it with a stop loss, I guess. This order's at 625. I don't think you want to clear 11-point stop and shorting it right now. For what reason? But that would be a play. But yeah, I think you all made money there on the open. Let's get some W's in the chat. Rebecca longed it. Who else longed it? 7 contracts, too. Suck. I gotta find a better nickname for you. Anthony's at full out. Ina took it. Rebecca took it. Nick took it. W's. I mean, we're 15 minutes into the open. See you later. See ya. Stocks are all green. Nvidia's nice little pop here at the open. How do I get in? And now you're above the all-time high VWAP, so I'm going to be looking for longs the rest of the day. Would have been a nice one. I mean, even technically, like I said, not that I like to do it, but if you took a pre-market with a stop loss at this structure, that's the only structure you got. Anything below it is too low. You would survive. It'd be a little stressful. You spend more time in drawdown than you do profit, but holding through the open, you get that pop. That's why I'd rather just wait until the open. I could have bought it there. It was stress-free. Just 6 minutes in, I'm out. Cool. Stress-free. Rather than buying at the same price 40 minutes earlier, but now you're saying, oh, I'm in drawdown. Do I close it here? Buyers give up control. Oh, my God, am I in this right trade? And then you close it. Or you don't do something, and now you just manage a good trade wrong or incorrectly and cost yourself. So stress-free is always better. But that's the opening range. It's pretty much set for a new high. I like the hold here at the daily. It's not really breaking for a new high day. See how this 15-minute candle closes? If it comes right back down, it wouldn't be great because NQ still holding yesterday's high with a lot of pins up there, but couldn't break above that. It's interesting to see this. If you go to Twitter, I probably got to refresh it, but let's see. From Crudeli. Todd, I have 2 contracts. I had 2 contracts, made 750. Could have gone for more for sure. Always can, but that's not the job. Great job. Zach, what do you got, Zachary? I bought 40 minutes early, got stopped at break even, then re-entered at the same price and got the win, which is why I usually don't trade pre-market. There you go. Yeah. Because you ultimately get the same price, which doesn't always happen. Sometimes you'll miss your price because you waited. But on the off chance that it does gift you with a nice same price by waiting, you get stress-free. But this is from Crudeli. We're not going to read it all. But he said, let the consolidation trade begin. The long-term bullish momentum is playing tug-of-war with the short-term bearish momentum, bringing us to a consolidation phase. As a directional trader, I do not see any edge in direction right now. Interesting. I'm going to listen to him. I don't say I know better, but interesting. The indexes need time in this area. It seems we've rarely had consolidation this year as the bulls have just been running away. Yep. But the chart right now, support and consolidation, even if the crosswind with all the crosswind headlines. She said, how do we trade this type of market environment? Small and smart. Pick a side and commit to a good execution in that direction. I've been saying lately that the tape can spin you around during the day and get you to overtrade it, so don't let it. Assess the morning through your preparation and focus on the trading on the side of the market that your short-term strategy favors. Cheers. Deli. Keep it small and smart. Do not overtrade this tape. Patience. I mean, it's interesting to see. I mean, I see direction, but, I might question him. But it's true. I mean, we haven't had pullback periods really at all this year besides April. And this one still looks just like May. Just 3 bars down to the 21. Are we going to make a new all-time high in the next 2 weeks into the 800s? And it's just going to look like, why were we so bearish? It was 3 down days, yes, but it was healthy. It was like 3%. So, not being overly dramatic on that. I'm still a bull. Here's a new high day. First break of the 15 opening range high. I think we just continue higher today. What the hell is going to send us lower? Another no news day. Seems like the Biden and news shit isn't doing anything to the markets, which is weird. But hey, I guess it's for the best that it's not tossing us around. Is anyone still in the long or looking to take a long in a few minutes here? Anyone looking to short it? What are we looking at? What do we got? NQ not out of its opening range yet. Take this off. That's not the high day anymore. Whoops. Where's the indicator? Yeah, I mean, if you're anchored from New York on this view of it, 930, it's probably going to be with the all-time high. Yep. So if we can get a pullback to the New York VWAP, also lining up with our all-time high, maybe play a bounce off that That's really the only play I could see the long and again in the short-term future. Manuel, good morning. Rebecca's looking for longs. Even after those 7 contracts, you didn't make enough? All right. Looking for a long, waiting for a long. Like to pull back to the key view up. Yep. Your mom's got 1 runner running. Nice. Took profits. Sean's still long. Nixon CL. Short. And it's dropping. Is it? I think I took that off my list because it's just getting crowded on my watch list. CL. 1 minute. Is it dropping or is it pumping back up? Let's see. Is this the chart today? Yeah. Yeah, I mean, it dropped pre-market nicely from 6 a.m. I haven't looked at oil in forever. Ooh. Nice little move lower. Nice. Hopefully you took some profits on that, depending on when you got in. Now Rebecca's on XFA. Gotcha. Yeah, so who asked it earlier? Ack. Rebecca takes a nice long on the combine, bags some nice profits, feeling good, got a good read on the market. Let's take it over to XFA now. I don't know if we'll get it, but I kind of mentioned this yesterday. Same thing. We took out the high. It's not extreme, but it's 64% of the time. I would like a 70 or 80, right? 64% chance it also wants to take out 56.03. Let's check Bookmap again real quick. It's been some time. Orders are still up there at 21. Still up there at 25. Heavier at 25. Anything below us? Nothing below us that I see. 600's got nothing. 605's got a little bit. Nothing really. But 603. Yeah, I mean, there's nothing over there. But the 63%, 64% chance it wants to take both sides of the opening range. So if you could get a nice buy price off that, saying, okay, now it's fulfilled that 63 because it took out both sides. Now, nothing but blue skies ahead to continue back higher because there's no stat saying it probably wants to come lower. Right? Does that make sense? Which is also why when we could take out the low side first when we are bullish, it's like, okay, cool. Well, we're probably going to take out that upside as well. And I want us to anyways because I'm bullish. Now let's go get it. So it's tougher with this. We've taken out the high side, and I want longs, but something tells me it probably wants to take out this low again at some point today. That goes against my longs. So it's a little trickier, but discretion. Wait for a good setup. Don't just jump in. So if we can bounce off the daily again, get a good stop. It's not quite the middle of the range. It's kind of towards the bottom, but if you get a stop loss below, it could still potentially break that hold, and you're still in this move. You feel me? And Q coming back down, double top on the yesterday's high. Is that yesterday's high as well as opening range high? Apple video looks bullish. Microsoft come back down a little bit. Google's flat. Amazon's up. Tesla down. Nothing super crazy. Now that I said something that's bouncing, like, yeah, that's how it happens. You just got to wait until you're after the trade to talk about it. Roy short on the failed break of opening range high. Okay. Hopefully you got a good price up there, like 18. 5 points in profit right now. Orders came in at 56.05. Yeah, there's yellow ones. There's 200 there. Yeah. 6. So it's kind of the opening range, though. So a stop loss at 600 still would look good if you could buy it down there. But you're bouncing off to New York right now. If you wanted to buy it here, you could. That's always our first entry signal, right? When we have these big pops higher, the first pullback to New York. It's in the middle of the range. We know that. But if you needed a trade, that is one. Is it the best one? No. The best one was probably that one at the open that you guys hammered. This is where I need to get better in re-entering after a pullback. Yeah, I mean, you don't have to. If you were long and you left one on, you still could be in profit of that first position. That you don't have to. I mean, you could add in and average out your price from that first one, but yeah, you just, let's say you made $1,000 and you're gonna put on $1,000 of risk again. It's like, oh, like, how do I do this? Like, I just bagged a winner. Do I get back in on this and make even more? Or do I potentially give it right back? Or do I risk less so that even if this loses, I'm still up on the day? I'm going long towards the bottom of the range. Nice. Rebecca's long at 1350. So right on this first bounce of the New York, right? If you go with the stop at opening range low, it's a 10-point stop. Doesn't have to take out this low like instantly, right? That's what I'm saying as well. Same thing with the gap fill. The gap fill now has a time on it, which is good, but we're still bullish today. We're looking for longs that this could want to fill in power hour. Not even fill. It could want to get back down to 56.03 in power hour. Or it's only 63% time. 40% is pretty high. I know it's less probable. It's not very likely, over 50%, but it's still possible, right? When we see like those 10 and 20% ones, we know, okay, that's probably not going to happen. But 40 is not super small. So we might want to just rip higher all day. Doesn't have to come back down to 603 just because we want it to. So I can get in. So those orders at 05 were pulled. Beautiful, cool. So let's go. We get 21 and 22 for anyone that's in a long. And then ultimately 25. Up 500 on my XFA and I'm done for the day. Jesus. Rebecca's taken 2 trades before I've even taken one. She's hit her max daily gain on the combine as well as XFA. I'm just over here looking at a rainbow on my screen. Oh, Lord. But nice, beautiful. That's how it's done. You don't even need to trade it for like a new high day or outside the opening range high, right? You've gotten 4 points. If you put on 2 contracts, that's $400. You made 500, so maybe you made 5 points. Yeah, that's great. That's the beauty. Right, with these combines, it's like it's not just me, it's everybody. If you got to make 9,000, let's make a good fucking chunk right now, today. Like you're not going to settle for $500, $400 on a combine. I mean, I didn't. I'd say personally, I won't speak for you, right? But when it's XFA, it's just like it's so much easier to bag it because it's like, yeah, $500 2 times a week, even is $1,000. That's great. Now, if we could stretch it to like 600 on a random day because it pumps super fast, cool. The other day is gonna be like 300. But they do that every day with a losing day here and there. It's a great month. That's all you need, right? Because like imagine we're shooting for like 3,000 a day for these combines. 3,000 a day for a month. If you were doing an XFA, good Lord, probably not gonna happen, right? You're not gonna make 60 grand in a month, the first month. So it's like in combine we want these big numbers, but like not settle, but take $300, $500 a day on an XFA, stack them up, have multiple accounts that it copies to. You didn't really make 300, you made 900 because you have 3 accounts, right? I mean, we saw that with Mark in the BSC, the power of that. He made like $200 a day, and he built the balance like 2,600, and he took out 2,000, but he had 20 accounts, so he actually made 40,000, not 2,000. Fucking savage. Absolute savage. Absolute savage. No news, like I said. No orders below us that I could see. Yeah, really nothing. 630's got some orders. 621, 625, 630. That's what's got them. Nick, I heard recently that becoming a profitable trader is one of the most difficult disciplines to learn. I mean, yeah. You had to read that to know that? Usually people go through it and they just feel that. They don't have to read it, you know? Yeah. I would agree with that. Not even just like, oh, who was talking about that as we're breaking for a new high day here? Well, simply put, of like, we know what we have to do. Like our plan says and our edge says, get in here, stop loss here, take profit there. Easy. We're supposed to do that. Just do that when this happens. Easy. A monkey could do that. We make it hard. The trader makes it way more harder than it has to be because we have the greed, we have the emotions, we have the fear, all that stuff, the lack of confidence. So like we're making it hard. Trading itself, obviously, like that's why there's algos, because it just removes all that. It's just do what's supposed to happen every single time without even a second thought. But we make it hard because our minds just aren't built to handle risk like that and take losses and be okay with that and not know the unknown. So it definitely is one of the hardest things to learn. And that's what trading teaches you, is all about yourself, really. Of like, oh, I didn't even know I thought like that, or I took losses like that. Like, that's how I thought of myself, like my lack of confidence or my lack of work ethic. Like, I thought I was proud of myself or whatever. I thought I was okay not being right, but turns out I am not, or whatever. Because you're fine being wrong about like a stupid conversation, but when there's risk tied to it or money, all these other things come into play. So is anyone long here from 13 like Rebecca was? Or Ina was long at 13.75 as well. Same thing, good price. Right in the middle of the New York VWAP. Trying to break out of this open range high again. NQ is not. Makes me think ES might have some room to come back down. Let's get rid of this high day VWAP. And let's put on a New York on here. What does that look like? Cutting through that. As well as NQ's got different stats on the opening range breakout. But there's no orders above us for make me want to short this, you know, right? Did they pull the ones at 25? Am I bugging? Bear with me now. Right, it was red, but there's still 300-ish there. I know these are algos, but these 30's gone. 30 lightened up. 25 is still there. Not really, though. Bookmap. Don't we have enough tools and shit I got to keep track of? Now I got to add this. Nick says, I've learned pushing hard to hit those $3,000 days is what makes you lose. I mean, yeah, because it's like it's just like a made up number in our head, like 3,000, good. 500, no good. It's like, what? That's because there's like a target of 9. If it was just like, here, I'll give you $500 today in 20 minutes. You okay with that? You'd be like, no, give me 3. You'd be like, yeah, I'll take your 500. Thanks. I'll come back tomorrow. You give me 500 again. Beautiful. I like the sound of that. I'll come back tomorrow. They just treat it like today's the last day. Today's my last trading day, so like, give me it all, because I'm leaving. Rebecca's been using Copy Trader for 3 XFAs, so yeah, $500 a day, $1,500 a day. That's nice, real nice. Nick's, I'm out. Jimi Hendrix, short at 17 to the New York VWAP. 17, top of the opening range, low or somewhere around here. Nice. Yeah, I just don't know if there's orders below us that want to magnet that I could see. I mean, New York VWAP's not very far. It's 13. But there's just nothing down there. There's nothing super crazy above us either from what I could see. All right? Oh. This thing is so sensitive on my zoom. I'm just trying to zoom out a little bit. And it goes back to like last Friday. I mean, it's definitely lightened up. I see the number 300, but shouldn't I be seeing red? I like how you guys are teaching me about this. When most of you are probably like, I don't know. You tell me. That's why I'm here. So keep sticking in, coming to the streams, and we'll know. We'll eventually learn it. Because anytime I've been using it, Austin's just been shouting it in the BSC, or any other BSC member was just saying the levels, but like I never had to read it myself. I was just spoon-fed it. Yeah, what's the plan here, Jimmy? Stop losses at high day, maybe? Yeah, very docile. Nothing too crazy. NQ back in the middle of its range. Off the daily. Put on a high day view up for fun on NQ. See if that can get taken out. The buyers are back in. They failed a couple times. Stocks are still holding up great. I mean, Apple's chilling up a little bit, NVIDIA pulled back, which is why ES literally looks the same, or NQ, excuse me. NQ looks the exact same. Wonder why. Microsoft, don't really care. Take a look at the 15-minute. How these? Yeah, man. How could I be bearish? The fuck? It's one of those things. You look back at the DRC and price action later on in the day. You're like, I shorted it where? Why? I thought it was bearish because of what? For my trading style. I mean, we're making a new high day here with nothing but clear higher highs, higher lows. I'm just not able to get my price that I want for now. We'll see if we can get a pullback. Braden just joined. Did you catch anything today? Unfortunately, me, no. But a lot of people took the longs here at the New York Open off the break of high day VWAP. Nice hold of the daily, higher lows. Took out the all-time high VWAP, made a nice little push. People made like 10 points on that move. Stress-free, 10 minutes. Other than that, we've had some more trades off the New York VWAP on the pullback, trading it back up. Even that one, beautiful winner again. 10 points, 15 points again. So long is definitely the way. Those were the money plays today. Beautiful. Would have loved to have been in this long. I'm not going to sleep tonight because of it. Scott, fifth $200 day. Now time to build it. Beautiful. So you're eligible for a payout, but we're not going to take one. We're going to build that bitch up. Give us a buffer, right? Because if you take out 500, now you have $500 worth of drawdown. Not just you, anybody's probably going to blow that because that's like 2 trades, 1 trade, so build it to like 2,000 at least, and then take out 1,000. You still have 1,000. I like the idea of build it to what your drawdown is when you start it, right? So you get 4,500. It may take some time to build a balance of 5,000, and then how much do you take out? $500 only. So it's a little bit tricky. But if you get to like 5,000, take out 2,000, you still have 3,000 worth of drawdown to work with. But just giving yourself room to still grow it and not handcuff yourself just so you could pull out $1,000, because you're probably gonna have to buy another combine. There's 150. You're gonna have to activate it. There's another 150. So of the 1,000 you pulled out, you're really only pulling out like $600, $700 at the end of the day because you're gonna have to reinvest. But yeah. Enid, I'm done. Past the combine. What is that? 20 combines for you now? 20 XFAs? They're gonna open it up so that you could allow 20 just for Ina. That she needs it. But beautiful. Great day of trading so far today. The girls are crushing it. I don't know how much longer you guys are going to stick around. Just let them do this. But you fellas got to step up. I got to step up. Rebecca, Christine, Ina, crushing it. Literally on the daily. It's pretty gross. But great. Love to see it. W's in the chat for the women. We love the women in the chat. And all they have to endure in our BSC conversations. They don't deserve it, but they're soldiers. They power through. Scott, I'm on a single contract trade still. Not as ballsy as some of y'all yet. And a Jewish star emoji. Interesting choice for that message, but nice. I mean, yeah, that's also a good thing about multiple XFAs. One is your conservative. Just put on one contract. You can still make your $200, $300 easy. And then the ones you want to play aggressive, for me, like I've said, my aggressive is still taking my setups just with more size. My aggressive isn't being like, oh my God, how sick would it be if I shorted it here and made some money back down? Like let me put that on the aggressive account. So no, I don't want to take that trade. I want to take this trade, but with 3 contracts. My conservative account will take this same trade, but with 1. That's the difference for me. Some people are going to take more aggressive trades themselves. I'm just taking more aggressive risk. But 1 is fine, especially for the $200 day target that they have in place. It's 4 points. Yeah, 4 points. Easy. Just had a 10, 15 point open. That's $700. Yeah, great job. Everybody's crushing it so far this week. Hopefully we can sustain that. I think we will. I know some people got cut up last week on the bearish days, not knowing how to handle themselves. Like, holy shit, I thought I could just close my eyes and buy it, which, yes, majority of the time is the case. But there's going to be those periods when it's a pullback, and you got to find ways to find shorts. I mean, there was days I shorted on a bullish day just because I was using the edge fill stats, remember? And I was like, this is so not me, but it's working and it makes sense. I have an edge to it. Like, it's not that it's not my edge. It's like it's just a new play that I'm playing because of my discretion and my experience. right? But I would say, like, for those plays, if I was going to, like, short the top of the opening range here high to the bottom because we had a gap fill or any reason like that, I put that one contract because I'm not super confident in them. They're not my trend continuations. I'm still not having, like, a whole amount of data on it that, like, I crushed these plays. So you just put one on it. But when it's like a bounce off the daily, break of high day, higher highs, higher lows, I put on 10 if I could, because I have more confidence in it. That even if it were to lose, it's fine. It's worth the risk of more money at risk. I really don't see anything on the books. Why is it not super, super red? 25 is still 300. I guess that's not really a lot. 30 is still up there. 300 orders. 28 has 300. Nothing below us at all. These are algos. I'm looking for these solid lines, which are yellow, which I want them to be a nice dark red, a ruby red, like my sunburn. We'll see. Again, no news today. Could be lower volume. But I think we could still have a good day here. I really like the way this daily looks. I mean, I don't know exactly how to do it on futures when you can't hold overnight, but damn, would I just want to buy that. After this close, 3 down days coming on a Monday, be like, whatever price we're at, buy it. Because I think today wants to close bullish. Because even just back here, 2 down days, but it's to the 21. Yes, this day starts off red. Sell it, sell it, sell it. No. Where are we actually? We're holding the 21. We flip bullish. So I would have just liked to buy it there. This was the downtrend. Go back prior. These were just holds of the 8 EMA. It wasn't even making it back down to the 21. And then we can go to S&P just so we can see the clear bars. But from the start of the year, just buying it off the 21. 1 time, 2 time. These are all on the 8. This one pins down to the 21. Can't close. Nice little bullish pop. This is when we get that downshift. We get back above. Hold of the 21. Hold of the 21. It's just so nice. That's what I even did on the Forex side of things in the past. Just reading those higher time frame EMAs. Not telling you to just go buy them anytime it does that, because like we saw on that one day, the first morning starts off very bearish. So if you just longed it, you get smoked. But by end of day, trend comes back in and we close bullish. That's all I'm saying. Scott says, can you explain what you mean by algos on the Bookmap? So these little waves here that are continuously updated here, continuously following, what am I doing with my hands? Following these orders like a snake. Those aren't really take profits by, those are just algos putting in orders, following the price around. The real significant ones are these levels that are stacking and building. For you can see this line up here. These orders have been up here since, what time is that? Like 10? Why would it be 10? Yeah, 10-ish is when these orders came on at 28. Those are the more significant ones. These ones are just like higher time frame and algo orders that don't mean as much. So I wish there was a way to turn them off, but you can't. Right? Even if you dim it down and stuff like that, you can't. But we're looking for these heavy blocks. So these ones up here, it's 30, 28. See how it's just like a solid line going back. It's not continuously just following what price has been doing, right? Like down here. And what I also want to get better at, which will come with time, well, one is this fucking zoom. Am I retarded? I mean, it's just so sensitive compared to my trading view. Good Lord. What are these volume balls? You can see there's a lot of buying volume. When these balls are green, I think you could increase them just so you could see them. So not only are these orders filling, but it's coming in on buying volume, which is going to feed more longs, right? So let's just say, for example, there's orders up at 25, 625. Yep, 625. Let's say we get there, but it's a red ball. Yes, we filled those orders, but there could be a bunch of sells because there's a lot of selling volume there. So it doesn't mean we're just going to burst through them with more longs. It could want to bounce lower from that. So you would like to see it come in on buying volume, which is what we're getting here. Just buy. And the larger the ball, the larger the volume. Big balls. Hope that helps. And we'll get better at it together. Austin talks about it all the time. Now you'll see it on my streams as well. Give it a week, maybe 2, but give it a week and you'll get it. Just like we all will. Cheyenne, it seems like the all-time high view up and daily view up at 610. A little bit below us. Yep. if it is above 610, it is bullish, right? It sees like all-time high VWAP and daily VWAP. I mean, yeah, since we're above all these, it's bullish for sure. Yeah, for sure. We're above New York, above the daily, above all-time high. I'm not even going to put on a high day one because we're going to take it out right here in a minute. That we're just going to keep moving it. But we're above all of them. We're above yesterday's high. The higher time frame is bullish. Stocks are green. What the hell else do I have to tell you? For longs. Yeah. Now it's just a matter of timing. We have the direction. Okay, beautiful. I know I want to long it, but when do I long it? Do I long it here at this price? And where's my stop loss? Did that just tap me out because of no reason? Right? Where if you could buy it down here, nothing but profit, which we're fine taking drawdown, but it's not that I'm questioning, like, does this want to go higher today? I think so. It's not a matter of that. It's a matter of when do I get in that we're ready to make another move higher, that I can have a good stop loss that would invalidate my idea. So if we could pull back to this all-time high in this daily, it would be the middle of the range. That would suck. But then I could have a stop still below all this consolidation pre-market. That if we take that out, sentiment's probably changing. I don't want to really be a buyer right now. But if I buy it here, pulls back here, and I'm stopped out, I still want to be a buyer today. I don't want to be out of the longs. Like, it still looks bullish. So that's why I'm not just jumping in up here, even though I think it wants to go higher. That's not a trade entry signal for me. So sometimes if you miss the move like I did on this one, you just got to wait for the next one. There's always another train coming. Just because you missed this one, there's no rush to get to our destination. There's another train coming. We'll get on board when it gets here. I like how we're holding above this all-time high one because pre-market couldn't really get above it yesterday's high, but I like the longs. How's NQ doing? It looked a lot uglier. Still stuck in its range. Find that a lot in recent weeks. ES is just totally different when it comes to opening range. But it's holding New York, holding the daily. This big fat zone is yesterday's high. Probably thin that out a little bit to these pins up here. Yeah, still just not above it. Making lower highs, but making higher lows. Being wedged. Enough of NQ. Get me out of there. Yeah, hit me with some questions. Ask call for questions, markups. I don't think we'll take a trade live here today, which sucks to suck. Well, I'm not, but you guys did, so you can't complain. I gave you one, I just didn't take it. Same with yesterday, I believe, too, right? When I covered Austin, I gave you guys a long at the open, correct? Pretty sure. And off the opening range low and the daily. Oh, yeah, that was a beauty. Yeah, I should have been in that. I remember that now. Yeah. Whatever. Always another train, right? Don't forget to pump the pound. Check over here. So we got Austin stream tomorrow. One other thing I should mention, and I'm gonna mention. Ooh, 3K. Beautiful. The podcast with me and Austin, if you haven't checked that out, we talk about futures. Some stuff we don't talk about here on stream, that I don't talk about on stream. But it's funny, right? Not that it was professional, but when he has Brian Shannon on, you're gonna shoot the shit, but you're gonna keep it tight. You're gonna be locked in. Where with me, he knows he could play it more loose, and we'll have some fun and have a good conversation still. So it's a good one. It's like we stream together. That's why we do stream together. But yeah, definitely go check that out on YouTube. And there's more ones coming out soon. I mean, can I pull it up? Is it loaded yet? I don't know if he's announced it, so I won't leak it. But it's so funny once you see the thumbnail. Is it up there yet? No. Oh, well. You'll see it when you see it. Keep an eye out for it, though. And then after you check out my podcast with him, definitely check out the Brian Shannon one as well, because he's the one talking about VWAPs all this time, which is why we're really using this New York one more often. We used to use it almost like just sometimes. And it was really just like a feel thing of like, I'm going to put one on A New York one on because we're very far from the daily, so I want to give myself a VWAP to play with since I don't think it's going to come all the way back down. I mean, even today, really. I don't know if we'll want to come all the way back down to the daily, so I could have us pull back to here and still be off of VWAP. So, but he also mentioned how New York 931 is the one he's really been using, which is why when you look at the regular trading hours, this is what they see. This is the start of the day. So far today, does it look bullish or bearish? Which way are we going? If you don't know, then I can't help you. Super bullish. Boom. Nice little buy there. Hindsight. Not that we weren't bullish, but you could buy it off the opening range high retest, break and retest, stop loss 10 points maybe there. Give it space to hold that daily if it wants to again. Go get yourself 10 points. All right, that would be a play. And that's still in play right now. Someone could be in that. Go try to get those orders at 28. There's not much there. Those are like algos. But since there's nothing above it or nothing below it, then just trade what you see. You don't have to always use this book map of like, oh, it's screaming at me to go fill these orders. It's like, okay, there's nothing really above us, just magnet up there as well as below. So what's the chart telling you to do? The chart's telling you long. So, okay, let's find a good long. Right? Because months ago, we weren't using this book map and we were still finding longs. So just because there's no orders on the book doesn't mean we can't find a nice winning trade here, right? I mean, you all took one trade, second trade here. So don't get too hung up today if the book map's dry. We can still find some moves. Right, and I'll be back on Thursday. Austin's going to be streaming tomorrow, I'm pretty sure. I think he's feeling better today since he was sick yesterday. I'm pretty sure he's feeling probably up to it because he was in the live room this morning with us, sounding fine. And if not, I guess maybe he'll have me stream again, but we'll see. I think he'll be fine, so don't count on it. He'll be streaming again with you to start off the week with him. We got the podcast coming out later on this week, but go check out the one from this week with me and him. Talk about futures, CFD. I mean, some of the questions you asked today, we answered just in more depth of how to handle XFA or Combine. Like, which one? What do I do? What's the amount of risk? How do you play aggressive, conservative? All that stuff. As well as his sports betting addiction. He showed us a bet yesterday. I'm sure he'll show you tomorrow. Because he was sick, just nothing to do yesterday. Obviously, he's going to sling around some bets. I think it was on, it was baseball, which one is the hardest sport to bet on, in my opinion. Just because if you bet on, like, the best team is playing the worst team, you'd be like, easy. That's the day they lose, the best team. They lose to the White Sox. It's like, what? That doesn't make sense. They were just on, like, a 7-game win streak, and they're playing the worst team. Let's keep it up. So, baseball's super hard, especially with over-unders, which is what he did, so kudos to him. But yeah, Roy said he's in that trade-off opening range high, break of high day VWAP. Nice. Cheyenne above daily VWAP, above all-time high, above 15-minute range. All three signals confirmed along the bullish signal. Yeah. Yep. Braden have to run. See you on Thursday. Yep. Appreciate you tuning in. Great trading, everybody. Rebecca killed it. Ina killed it. Anthony, Tony, Cheyenne, suck. Got to think of a different name. We'll do that on Thursday. But no trades for me today, as you see. It would have been nice to pick that bottom off the opening range low and daily VWAP here, but too slow. Got to be quicker than that. It's like that guy with the fishing pole with the $1. Oh, you almost had it. So you got to be quicker than that, son. It's like, yeah, I do. I'm not complaining about it, but it is tough to stream and take a trade. I ain't complaining. We're going to keep on fucking doing it. But just sometimes it is like starting up the stream. What are we covering today? News, Twitter, stream working fine, asking questions. They're in at this price. I want to take this trade. Where's my stop go? Go over to Top Step X. Blah, 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 blah. But we'll keep on going. We're not going to stop. We'll take some trades on Thursday. I'll let you know if I take a trade this afternoon. Austin's going to be on Top Step TV Power Hour on Tuesdays, as always. I believe he's on it. I know he's on it Tuesdays. I believe he's not sick enough to trade it. So go check him out if you're trading around this afternoon. Top Step TV on your YouTube. And then this Wednesday and Thursday, as always, I'm back on Top Step Power Hour. Top Step Power Hour. HFX TV Power Hour with Zach and Austin. I haven't been with Zach in like 2 weeks because he was in Hawaii and then I went away. So I haven't traded with him in like 2 weeks. So that'll be good to get back with him. And then I wasn't on it last week because I was away. So it'll be good to get back. So we have that. I'll remind you again tomorrow. Austin will speak about that. But yeah, good luck the rest of the day. great trading this morning. If you made money long off this daily, I mean, I really like it. If you didn't take it like I didn't, still mark it up. Mark it up, put good notes on it. Why didn't you take it? How could you have taken it? Where could you have gotten in? And if you did take it when you got out, how could you have made more, right? Obviously, the answer is going to be for now, I could have left one on and let it run. Like, look how high it goes. Yes, but did you take profits at a good level? If you did move stop loss to break even, would it have been tapped? All these questions, right? Don't just, oh, cool, it took a nice winner. I'll come back tomorrow. It's like, well, how good was it? Could we have managed it better? Did it deserve more size? Could I have held in a little bit longer? Did I pull it too quickly? Was my stop loss good? And why didn't I take it? How could I get it in next time? All these fucking questions, which I know you guys do. So just reiterating, keep it up, keep doing it. And especially if you didn't take it, it's probably more important for the people that didn't take it to mark it up on why it's a good setup. All the factors that lean us into longs than the people that did take it. Everybody mark it up. All right. I'll be looking probably for a pullback to this New York or daily, even all-time high. Maybe it'll be the middle of the range, but if we can get all like 3 VWAPs convening, that'll be nice confluence. But we'll see if this wants to just keep on drifting higher. It's a nice clean 15-minute today since the open. Longs are the way. Except for NQ, struggling to get above yesterday's high. So if that flips and turns back bearish, not that I think it will, that could hurt. That could bring down some ES. But stocks are no big movers. Amazon's up 3.5%, but Nvidia is pretty flat, which is why NQ is probably sitting sideways as well. So be patient. Have a good day. Follow your rules. If you're up, don't give it back. Don't stick around too long. You don't even have to trade power hour if you're up, right? Like Ina passed the combine and $500 in XFA. Lock yourself out. See you guys tomorrow morning. It's 10:30 a.m. where I am. You don't want to be done with work at 10:30, and you come back later on. You do a DRC for like an hour and a half. Easy day. Take the easy days. Don't make it harder. All right. Appreciate you guys. See you guys on Thursday, and I'll see you guys on Austin's stream tomorrow morning.